Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up if you want, whatever. Today we're jumping back into r/neckbeardstories. Oh my god, we are continuing Falloutbeard. User, that one gay cop jumped into the Twitch chat. He's like, hey, I just posted my story. I'm like, okay, good. I guess we know what we're reading today then, don't we? I was gonna start up Fire Drake's Life as a Beard series, but I think it makes more sense to continue series that we already have open rather than opening other ones up. You know what I mean? I want to wrap the brute tales quite shortly, but we'll give that a little bit of time. We'll roll it around in the old noodle. Let's go ahead and get into this thing. As I mentioned, we are live streaming this on Twitch. If you haven't come through and seen it live, well, maybe you should, if you want. Let's go ahead and we'll get some additional plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this r/neckbeard stories, cringe. Falloutbeard Part 6. Sacrifices have been made. Oh, blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne. Actually, I think that's a different IP. But sure, why not? Apply it to Fallout. War is hell. It never changes, etc., etc. Hello, Redditors and Redditettes. It is I, your loyal and ever-present enforcer of the law, that one gay cop. Oh, we're so glad to have you back. I was so hungry. These cliffhangers, they just got me famished. Oh, can't wait to get back into it. I've returned to the fray, loyal and ever-present. I return to alleviate the need of my dear friends, loyal listeners, who are also your loyal listeners, incidentally. So join me as we recount the tale of Falloutbeard. Give me your tired and hungry, and I shall fill them with the cringe that they seek. Oh no, man. Pretty insatiable, man, but we're gonna try. But first, I have another thing to get off my chest. A comment that was made on my most recent video. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, boy.
I was called a narcissist because I write these stories. Here, have the definition of narcissist personality disorder. Narcissist personality disorder, one of several types of personality disorders, is a mental condition in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, troubled relationships, and a lack of empathy for others. Yeah, all those things that you got through the video, that's very perceptive of you, anonymous commenter who should not be named. I think he's projecting just a little bit. I do not share these stories for any admiration, and I really haven't had any troubled relationships. Blitz and Carolyn are proof of that. I certainly don't have an inflated sense of self-worth. It's quite the opposite, as a matter of fact. Well, that's true. Cop does what needs to be done, and he doesn't make a big deal about it. That's why I like him. That's why he's the Discord mod. I fail to believe that you even listened to the video, because you would have to know that a vast majority of that video didn't involve Falloutbeard or Paragorda. The chunk of that video was a very personal struggle, but you insisted on coming into the comment section and spewing your ignorant bullshit. I mean, I think people just like throwing around narcissist. It's one of those buzzwords that applies to everything but actually nothing, if you want like the actual definition. They trying to get under your skin is what it is. Never read the comments, that's the secret. So Matthew, he's throwing the name around. Let me enlighten you. Talking about people behind their back is not a character trait of narcissism, so maybe do your research next time before making claims. Yeah, I let them live with me for money because I'm an independent person, but I knew that I couldn't pay all of the bills by myself. That's just roommate stuff, man. I think we were all there at one point. Regarding my bad roommate behaviors, I have been honest about precisely what kind of roommate I was. Rarely at home. Working 70 hours a week tends to do that. When I was at home, I was either cleaning or playing a video game. For someone to make a diagnosis so quickly based on the first 10 minutes of the video, yeah, you seem to have a few of these narcissistic traits yourself. Like I said, pure projection. You should get a job at the movie theater. Another trait of narcissism is a lack of empathy for others. I do not lack that at all. I would not be able to do my job if that were the case, but it also begs the question, what of my other videos have you watched? Because I fail to see if you've made it through any of the other videos. Maybe go back, watch the Bootbeard saga. Then you might gain some modicum of knowledge, Matthew. I love using the name as an insult. I would have started calling him Maddie, because that's even more diminutive. You're like, come on, Maddie, get it together, Maddie boy. But in the same breath, I will continue to rail on you here, because you are a stereotypical keyboard warrior. I'm willing to put money into you living with your parents, probably in their basement. You lack the social ability to come up to me in public and make those claims, because I can tell you this, it wouldn't go well if you came up to me or anyone else and said that kind of shit to their face. So you see, I share this story purely because it's a part of my life that, looking back on it now, is quite funny. Yeah, and everybody likes this story. I don't understand why you're trying to ruin it, Matthew. Sit down, keep your mouth shut, let Cop tell a story, all right? I would call him out for being a tough guy, but he quite literally is a police officer. He's probably quite literally tougher than I am, okay? But I have spent enough time on you. You are more than welcome to make another comment, but just know, you and people like you give my intros plenty of material. I can tell that you do not have a place in this community in your current state, but you can be reformed. You can learn. And let this be a lesson. Do not with me. I think Irish Pirate did this like once or twice, but Cop is now making it like a regular thing in his video intros, and I really do enjoy it. I don't know who Matthew is. Maybe just a passerby stumbled upon the video and decided to make a snap judgment, but yeah, you're way off base. Go watch Bootbeard. I implore you. You will discover the depths of Cop's soul, okay? Anyways, next time, post your comment on Reddit. I dare you. Oh, because he's gonna ban you. He's gonna ban you! If the comment was really that shitty, I probably would have shadow banned Matthew, so maybe he is commenting on this video and just nobody else can see it. Even I can't see it. That's what the shadow banning do, and I apply it quite liberally. Anyways, now on to the cast list. Yes, I'm recycling it for the time being. Well, that's okay. You can do that. I'm going to skip right over it. Watch the previous entries if you like. We got Cop, Blitzkrieg, Carolyn, Falloutbeard, and Paragorda are the beards of the episode. So we got like the Holy Trinity and then the Dastardly Duo. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go. Where last we left off, I was getting coffee with Carolyn when my phone rang. On the other side of the phone was Paragorda. She had just started to say something about Blitz being hung. Oh, when Carolyn took the phone, and let me tell you, when Carolyn took the phone, the amount of vitriol unleashed was horrifying and simultaneously really beautiful. The scariest thing about it was that Carolyn did not say one single curse word. Sometimes it is scarier that way. I should probably curse less. So when I finally do drop a curse bomb, little F-bomb in the story or something like that, people will gasp and say, wow, he really means it this time. Instead, I pepper curse words over everything, but it does make for a more delicious meal, in my opinion. I just watched, in horror and amusement, as Carolyn read the PG Riot Act on the phone before pulling the phone from her ear and looking at it. Carolyn. No curse words until the end. Yeah, I guess you just want to save that energy for somebody who really deserves it, right? She nearly yelled that into the phone before hanging it up, handing it back to me, and standing up. Carolyn, get up. We're gonna go get Blitz. Cop, wait, What? Is he okay? Carolyn didn't even answer. Instead, she grabbed me by the arm and drugged me as she walked down the street. I was blabbering, trying to get her to answer any of my questions, but the replies that I got were just, "Shut up, I'll kick her fat ass. And when I'm done, she'll regret everything in her disgusting life. I'll kick her in the cooter so hard." The cooter. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess you could do that. That's definitely a way to go. And quite effective. She kept ranting all the way back to the apartment, and eventually we were standing outside the front door. "Carolyn, stay here." It was not a request, but more of a demand. I didn't try and fight her as she went into the apartment. A lot of screaming and yelling later, Carolyn pushes Paragorda out the door, causing her to tumble onto her great big fat ass. Carolyn came out of the apartment screaming like a banshee. Blitz managed to grab her just before she could descend on that massive blubber. Paragorda stood up and began shouting. Now, I can't quite remember what was said, but I do remember there was a lot of cursing and a lot of threats. Yeah, just a really high tension moment. It seems like it lasts forever in the moment, and then once you're past it, your brain just clears it all out to keep you safe. Truth be told, I don't think Paragorda want any of this heat, all right? I think that even though Carolyn's smaller, she could take her. Paragorda's gonna end up using her uterus as a pair of dentures, right? So several hours later, I stepped back in my apartment after spending the day in Carolyn's apartment, and the apartment looked clean. It smelt of vanilla and cleaning chemicals. The trash had been removed, 12 bags of it. Both doors had been fixed, and my room was cleaned up. When I stepped into my room, I was greeted with a new bed, mattress and all. I looked around the room and sighed. It was finally my space again, and in the corner stood my suit of power armor. Yes! Everything back to normal? Mostly. It's kinda back to normal. You still got a really weird roommate, but maybe he sees the line that's been drawn in the sand? Probably not. That's happened like 3 or 4 times. He observes the line, he knows that it exists, and then he just crosses it anyways. Now, I'm going to do a little time skip here because really nothing of note happened for a few weeks. See, that's how he does. Falloutbeard like winds it back. He knows he went over the line. And then a few weeks later, he just toes the line again just to see if you're still paying attention. Paragorda never came over, and Falloutbeard made himself scarce. So, no, Blitz did not bang a leg beard. Hey, check out the t-shirt. Bam, bam, bam. And he had destroyed the beard when he forced me out of the apartment. So now we pick up about 4 weeks later. A full month of relative silence. Shame it couldn't last forever, to be honest. My eyes popped open. I was in my bed. I groaned and rolled over, looking at the clock on the nightstand. It read 0700, and I groaned. It was my first day back to work. I hope you enjoyed the vacation a little bit, right? Probably not, though. I wasn't looking forward to it, but I was also in pretty desperate need of it. I forced myself to get out of bed and to the kitchen and start some coffee. Yes, go-go juice. Hot beanie chocolate juice I need for brain make workings. 2 hours later, I left the house. Strangely enough, no sign of the roommate. I pushed it from my mind as I started my workday. 12 hours later, I pushed the door open and looked around. A familiar stench filled my nose, and I shivered. Not again. I told you, we're just on a loop right now. Something has to break this vicious cycle. Corn chips and yeast. I looked to the couch where she sat, like Jabba the Hutt. Probably got Falloutbeard in like a little bikini, chain around his neck and everything. He'd probably be into it. I'm not gonna give him any ideas. I moved into the apartment and through the living room, and without a word, I was in my room and getting changed. In the past few weeks, I talked with Falloutbeard about what Paragorda had done. He refused to believe it and said that I was just trying to ruin something good for him. My God, it's Osgood all over again, except this time Osgood is deplorable, and I hope that he just self-destructs. That's the best case scenario, right? Both of them just destroying each other and needing to move out of the apartment. Good. That's a win-win. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen, but hey, fingers crossed. After talking about this with Blitz, we came up with the only conclusion that we could. I had to get proof and evidence. Oh, here we go again. That she was as bad of a person as we had been saying, to get her out of my life as soon as possible. Oh, don't do it. I hope he doesn't go the full 9 with her. Ram-tied with the full 9, and I don't know if I could ever forgive him for it. I sighed as I pulled on some basketball shorts and a wife beater. Unfortunately, tonight was the night to get that proof, and we had a very carefully crafted plan. We? Whoa, you and Blitz. Okay. Trying to set up that 3-way action, right? But not really, I hope. Please don't let it be real. Please, this is all just some fakery. And then Falloutbeard's gonna be like, I don't believe it unless it's actually P and V. And then somebody's gotta take the bullet. Step up, who's gonna take the bullet? 1, 2, 3, not it. Over the last 3 weeks, we had set up various nanny cams around the house that were set to record and upload to a drive in my room. I took another deep breath and left my room. The plan was in action, and if things went as I needed them to, Paragorda would be gone after tonight, permanently. Is it gonna be okay? It's like looking down the edge of a cliff. I'm like, I know Cop is that one gay cop, right? So he's probably not gonna go the full 9, right? Somebody say right. I walked into the kitchen, pulled the gallon of milk out of the fridge, and poured myself a nice frosty glass. And like a ghost, I felt Paragorda appear behind me. Her hand brushed my ass as she spoke. Hey, stud! Cop, hello? Can I help you? Paragorda. Actually, yes! She spun me around, facing her greasy face and her black, plaque-encrusted teeth. God, it gets me every time. She was smiling. Her hand ran down my shirt and to the waistband of my shorts. She snaked her hand into my shorts, and my whole body tensed up. But no, I had to remain resolute. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is not okay. This was all for the greater good. For me and for Falloutbeard, but of course, more so for me, Paragorda. Don't tell Falloutbeard. I'm about to make you question if you're gay. That's not how it works. You don't have a magic vagina. And if any vagina was magic, it definitely wouldn't be yours. Look at you. You're disgusting. You're a mess. Get out of my house. Ugh. She knelt down, and I shut my eyes. Oh, no! No!
No, 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 no! Wait!
Oh, help me! Pull me out! I've had enough! I knew what was about to happen, and I knew if I didn't do something to make it work, the whole plan would be moot. Really, she could just play with the dangly bit. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to go the full 9 for this. Please! Oh! I'm dying inside. So I kept my eyes shut tightly as my shorts hit the floor with a thump. My phone in the pocket. I gripped the counter, focusing on my imagination and not what was happening in the here and now. Oh, oh God, it hurts. Somebody, why does this keep happening? Oh, speaking of living life in a loop, I'm totally living life in a loop right now. Jesus. Eventually, it was enough, and my breath caught in my chest, and I spoke with ragged words. Cop, almost Paragorda. Hey, where do you want it? Cop, on you. And with that, not even opening my eyes, I saw color explosions. My knees began to shake, and I was gripping the counter so tight that I thought that I might break it. The pounding sound drowned out the sound of her talking in my ears. My heartbeat was loud. Eventually, I came off of it and reached down, pulling my shorts back up. I looked down at her painted face and smiled my best Chad smile before pulling my phone out of my pocket. Oh my God. Oh, why does it have to go the whole way every time? I just can't. I'm hurting. I'm hurting deep inside. Are you okay, cop? Can you get gingivitis on your dingle dangle? Because I'm pretty sure that's not good. Cop said, smile for the camera, you Paragorda. Yes, Daddy! I'm dying inside. Spine is beyond powdered. Spine is compressed diamond at this point. She licked her lips, and I snapped a picture of her painted face. I then grabbed a towel from a nearby drawer and tossed it at her. I mean, you probably shouldn't even have done that, but she is the worst. If you don't give her a towel, you know she's gonna wipe her face on your curtains or something else that an animal would do. Cop said, clean yourself up. You disgust me. I moved out of the kitchen, and when I was just out of earshot, I dashed to the bathroom. Yeah, wash that off. If you don't wash it well, it's gonna fall off tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. As soon as I got to the bathroom, I turned on the shower and fell in front of the toilet. Everything that I had eaten that day came up. I knelt in front of the porcelain god, puking for at least 10 minutes before I got into the shower. 20 minutes more of scrubbing and some very heavy dry heaving. Oh God, the ab workout of a lifetime, isn't it? Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe this keeps happening. Why must the good suffer so much? Finally, I felt clean enough to go back into my room. Once in my room, I turned on the computer, pulled up the cam feeds, downloaded them, and clipped out the 45 minutes that it took for me to expose Paragorda for who she was. 45 minutes, bro. You were talking about color explosions and all that. I'm like, maybe her head game's like off the charts, but no. It took you 45 minutes? It's pathetic. I mean, she powered through it, but a girl like her, yeah, looking like that, you gotta learn to power through it, I guess. Ugh, it's just the worst. It's like a recurring nightmare. Ugh, I watched it. Oh, you watched it? And I shuddered before pulling out my phone and emailing myself the picture that I had taken. I then texted Blitz that it was done and that I would never be the same. God damn. What a sacrifice. What a bullet. I said somebody had to take a bullet, and Cop did. He took a big, fat, gingivitis-filled bullet. In the time that it had taken me to get clean, Falloutbeard had come home, and he and Paragorda were in the living room. I mean, you'll never be clean again, Cop. I hate to say it. This cuts me real deep, man. And now was my time. Now I would show Falloutbeard what Paragorda was really like. I downloaded the video clip and sent it to my phone. Once it was on my phone, I watched it one more time to make sure there was audio. Stop watching it! It's more horrible than anything I could have imagined. And you could see her making her best Hoover impression on me before I sent it to Falloutbeard. Once my phone showed it was sent, I took a deep breath. This was going to go one of two ways. I would either have to kick his ass, or he would give her the boot. Then I heard it, the sound of the video, the movie or whatever they were doing was paused, and then I heard yelling, "What the fuck?" Oh, cliffhanger. I know this was relatively short, but I didn't want to drone on for too long. I have to keep you coming back for more. In the meantime, wash your hands, change your socks, drink some water, and don't lick rocks. Honestly, I'm glad that this one was short. I don't know how much more I could have taken. I already feel like I've been punished, and I didn't even do anything. I really did presume that this was not the way that it was going to go, and then sure enough, it just started going that way. And there was nothing I could do to stop it. Just a train wreck in slow motion. Oh, my heart goes out to you, cop. I hope your ding-dong don't have gingivitis or something like that. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. And it's happened on the channel twice now. We've got La Ogre, we've got Paragorda, and everybody's out here apparently banging legbeards, regardless of their sexual orientation. I'm shocked. I am shocked! Cop is in the Twitch chat right now saying, look, it wasn't my proudest moment. I did what I needed to do at the time, or that's how it seemed at the time, and I'm not gonna hold it against you. You know what I mean? We've all had bad roommate situations, and if they're on the lease, it is that much harder to get them out of the apartment. But this, I don't think that I could see myself doing this, but then again, you never really know. Until you are put into a situation like that, you don't know the limits that you might go to, or the limits you won't go to. So I'm not going to say 100% that I would never do it, because sometimes, I don't know, circumstances or whatever. Whew, it's quite a heavy one, but I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you like, comment, and or subscribe, friends. Maybe share it around if you're real brave. Don't want to slap this one up on Grandma's timeline. That's going to leave a scar. But I do hope you'll check out the links in the description. We got all kinds of stuff, plugs, playlists, podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, whatever. Teespring, if you're trying to rock that Did You Bang a Legbeard merch that I mentioned earlier. Yes. We've also got social medias. I mentioned that I live stream this on Twitch, but also I'm on Facebook and Discord and Twitter, and you should come on through and say hello, and sometimes I answer. I'd also like to thank my channel members and my patrons, gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous people that they are. I thank them as I do every episode, Jerry much, so thank you too. Train Boy, AJ Collins, Tiny Boy, Tooth Plushie, Valley Eye Crane, Corey Arts, Kelly Clark, Bedazzle Mystery, Liquor Lush Loser, Florantic Waver, Dungeon Bat, Billy D, Robert Waits, Carrie Sepulveda, Brandon Ashbrow, John Endors, Phantom Danica, Orgamy Steve, Skylar May Amara, The Gypsy Barber, Fire Drake, Samantha, Death's Flagship, Bearded Snake, and Buy Two Get One Hand. Swapping over to Patreon, we got Ms. Blackguard, Luscious, Harley Ho, and Robert Waits, again, Wow, Double Dipper, Camille Sarah, Chancellor Blue Kraken, Roxanne Wolf, Sim Jerry, Conrad, Ingy Cat, the Clown Jerry, Ellipses, Aaron Jerry, Deku, Esteban, For Auld Lang Syne, Michael Chambliss, Orgamy Steve, Pete Top with the Bag of Marbles from Downtown, Jerry, Beg for Forgiveness, Santa Jerry, Silent Revolver, PCP, Fluxer, the Jerry of Industry, the Original Jerry, Ravencraft, Tick Jerry, Destiny Piper, Jerry Kitsune, Salty Wizard, 211 Jerry, the Two Jerrys, Very Tired Jerry, Justy Jargonian Jerry, and Frank Barry, ain't that hiding bitch though? Assassin Bug Jerry, Aurora Wildheart, Moon Baron, Baby Jerry, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, Benji and the Jets, Billy D, Bitch Gremlin, Blade Hero, Bronze Dragon, Catholic Jerry, Commander J Tank, Dennis Dayton, Dr. Larks, Aaron Error, Easparks, Rose Number Studios, Fire Drake, Get to at the Doodles, also commissions open, hey, Hadrian BR, I'm Slim Jerry, I'm the real Jerry, Inquisitor Jerry, Irish Pirate, Iron Olive, Irradiated Jam, JM2, Jerry Smith, Jerry Blacktail, Jared Owl, Mother Trucker, Jerry Mile was a bullfrog, John Hero, Crewhee, Kelly Kraken, Lady in Awakening, Legit Maker, Miss Monday, Lord Jerry O, Luke Vex was a race car driver, he was a good friend of mine, never did win that checkered flag, but I helped him drink his wine, something like that. Like and subscribe, Malady Dix, Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Factor, Needless King 89, Paragon Soul, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins, and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes, and Quagmires, Ramtide, Lacramates, Rose, Jerry Miller, Sarita, the Lolita, Sassy Octopus, Scarlet Kevin, Sergeant Gay Cop, Bringer of the Law, Silo Whip, Steampunk Ellie, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, Tapioca Baloo, the Gypsy Barber, Italian Greyhound Dino, the Lilith Who, Drew Fusky, trying to find a model to get back to the real world. You probably don't want to blow into that balloon, not so stinky. Vanguard Angel, Victor Cordero, Viking Jerry, Void, the Common Destroyer, Wikitac, Zephyr, the Gargoyle or Clay, Void Scent Collector of Cringe, Comrade Mooney, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is though. Cage Alex 9, Redwind, Not the Viper, Saint Blessing, Third Stuff, Venom Jerry, Wasabi Jerry, Jace Richardson, One Leg Jerry, the Neckbeard Hunter, a normal Jerry holds up a giant bag of popcorn. I promise snacks that I'll share. Thank you so much. I will partake. Admiral T Tank, Amber Alder, another stupid hipster, Atomic Jerry, Zilla, Bartender Keeler, Big Dad Wolf, Blueberry and Apple Pie, Broken Spine Horseradish, the original different Jerry, that's Cake Jerry, Calvin Jerry Girl, Shepherd 7 Lock, Chicara Panda, Corey does art sometimes, Cowabunga Cody, Cryptides, the Fawn Jerry, Dr. Tuna, Dilf Jerry, Dopamine Dane Jerry, Dwarfy Dude, Dose of Alpha, Greymon 365, Ignat, Hydra Jerry, Solman, Janitor Jerry, Jasmine, Jeffrey, Gerald of Arabia, Jerry and Tom versus Happy New Year's, Webby Apocalypse, Jerry, both 2 S's and an E, Jerry Springer, the result Walter in, you are not the neckbeard. Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom has got it going on. Jerry Alder Rivera, Jerry Rockstars, Jerry Role-Playing Game, Keen Tails, Kid Marvelous, Kid Skin, Lucia Lovecraft, Machia City. Maybe next time, Milk Fed, Miss Duchess, Mr. Gas Mask, Not Invisible Angel, Rap Dark, Seldom Dark, She's my Jerry Pie, Skymar Ravenswood, Smegma Bale, Grind Set, Jerry, get that cheese. Ugh. Snary, that's Snob Jerry, Spoonie the Rope, Spoopy Scary Jerry Ton, Techno Dubs, the original Jerry, To Infinite Jerry and Beyond, Unkale, throws 2 liter Mountain Dew, grow my neckbeard, grow. It's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, Hygiene, it's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, Humility, and thank you to my $1 patrons as well. Bless up to all the Jerrys and not Jerrys alike. Thank you guys for being you, for supporting the channel. If you'd like to help them in helping me with the support, that's absolutely huge. But if you can't do it, can't afford it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like, watching some more ReddX videos, right? Big brain time. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely, definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one. And until then, friends, bye-bye.